time the coach is going to call the player down and say, "Hey, somebody over there wants you." You know.
That doesn't endear you to the coach when they're chanting for you on the
No, I
sideline.
tell you what, if you ever got a guy you want to get in the game, you start chanting, he'll never get in. You know.
Todor trying to save it inbounds, out of bounds to the Boone Grove. I had the unfortunate circumstance of having to clean out my desk this week.
Find some amazing
station.
things in there, right? Yeah.
I found some statistics. A guy that used to coach at Valpo, his team led the state in free throw shooting 5 or 6 years. Is that true?
Might have been, yeah. Might have been.
Man. 81% one year, huh, as a team?
That might have been one of Punce's teams that shot that. I'm not sure. He had, remember he had Rob Cavanaugh
right.
when he ran. I had Rob when he was a junior, and Rob then when he was a senior for Bob made 70 some in a row. I think set the state record. I can't remember the exact number.
Baseline shot, no good. Rebound knocked around. Dubczynski comes out of there with it. That's pretty good, leading the state 5 or 6 times in free throw shooting.
Well, it certainly is an art that isn't paid much attention to at any level. It doesn't seem like. There's the steal.
Not in the NBA. There's the layup. Phil Rosati on the score sheet tonight. I saw where Shaq was 7 out of 10 the other night.
His hand is just too big for the basketball to shoot it with any kind of normal release. And a really difficult thing to teach somebody with huge hands to shoot the ball. You'd think it'd be easier, but it really isn't. If you've ever tried to shoot a volleyball, you can understand that. It just doesn't seem anywhere near as easy as shooting a basketball.
Deep way out left. Wholesale substitutions at the scorer's table for Boone Grove. They've got this one in hand, 63-38. Dubczynski on the baseline, tries to square up.
I thought that was a double dribble.
Yeah, I thought so too. No good. Rebound comes out long, put up by Van Meter, no good. Stoich had it blocked. And a rebound and a foul on Boone Grove.
A couple of famous basketball personalities from Porter County in the crowd down underneath the Wheeler basket down there. Up in the far left corner underneath the scoreboard is Paul Curtis writing up there, and so you might see in the far left corner of the top row.
He's not grading papers up there.
Looks like he's grading papers or something.
You think he's still a Senator fan?
I was fortunate enough to go up to Paul's retirement game. Washington Township honored him with some nice awards and some very nice comments. And he's up there. Looks like he might be scouting or something right now. Very fine basketball coach, gentleman in every respect. Coaches for me in the summer in basketball camp, and spent 5 years with Gene Cady at Purdue.
There's a nice drive to the goal and 2 pointers for Ryan Slicker.
Paul Curtis, the kind of guy you don't want to have quit these things.
Yeah, Paul Curtis, former assistant at Purdue.
And also underneath the Wheeler basket at the other end of the floor, and in the third row on the right end down there is Mike Jones, also dressed very much like Paul Curtis. Actually, they got the same warm-up top. Yeah. And Mike, one of the all-time greats at Valparaiso High School. And then went on to have a great career at Valparaiso University also. I tell you what, if I had an 18-foot shot to win a game, I can't think of too many guys I'd rather have shoot it than Mike Jones.
Knocked away, goes to the corner.
He's up there with his wife Susan and little baby Curtis, who will be swishing him for the Vikings maybe in a few years.
Oh, shot is short. Kurt Dreyer into the ball game, has it. They swing it left side to Slicker. Back to Dreyer. Boy, they're fighting it out inside, and a foul coming up.
Yes, they are.
It's going to be an offensive foul on Stoich.
Larry Simano said, we just can't have that any longer. We're going to go to the other end and shoot some free throws. And so Boone Grove will move in a minute and 10 seconds from right now to 8-1 on the year. The best start in almost 2 decades for a Boone Grove basketball team. That'll be challenged when they go against Portage tomorrow night, a school probably about 5 times, I would guess, maybe 6 times the enrollment, 5 or 6 times the enrollment of Boone Grove, but they only play 5 at a time. Doesn't really make too much difference how many students you got sitting at Pizza Hut. It's how many are on the floor. So unless it comes down to a tug of war, I think it'll be 5-on-5.
Stoich. Drive to the goal. Shot is good again.
Slicker, I believe.
68-39.
Nice pass.
Todor Zelinovich puts in 2 more. 68-41. Free throw line jumper around and out, no good. Wheeler, don't want to give it to the 6'8" guy in the backcourt.
Nah, bad spot. Can't post up there.
Long 3 is in.
He drilled it.
Tony Keek, the crowd favorite in the ball game. 68-44. Layup, nice looking layup up and in for Kurt Dreyer, and that's going to do it. 70-44, Boone Grove. Very impressive tonight on Channel 56 with a big win over the Wheeler Bearcats. 70-44 Boone. We'll take a final timeout, come back, give you that final scoring, and wrap it up right after this on PBS 56. To 8-1 and 3-0 in the PCC. Wheeler falls to 4-3 and 1-2. Very impressive. Again, more impressed with their defense. Well, their offense is pretty good too, Coach, but very impressive performance by the 2A Boone Grove Wolves.
The Wolves were very impressive, led from gun to gun tonight, and no problem whatsoever going on the road and winning this big PCC basketball game. Pronounce that name again for me, Joe.
Ron Solovice.
Solovice had 10 for Boone Grove. He had Dubczynski had 13, Deeb had 11, and Starkey had 18 as Matt McKay's troops placed 4 guys in double figures. They were supported by Slickers 5, Dryers 2, and 3 for Siebens, and 8 for Troy Winger. On the other side of the ledger for the losing Wheeler Bearcats, Todd Schaefer had 2, Phil Rosati had 5, Sean Schaefer had 3. Sean Scheichels led his team with 13 points. Tim Schaefer joined him in double figures with 10. Jeff Hurst had 5, and Todd Zelenovic also had 5. It was Boone Grove after 1, 16-7, 35-23. The Wolves led at half. 54-33. Boone Grove stretched it out to 21 at the end of 3, and they won going away 70-44. 4-3. Wheeler drops to 4-3 on the season. Boone Grove moves to 8-1.
You can email us at our website at www.wyin.org. www.wyin.org. We'll see you Thursday night for Round Ball Review at 8 o'clock, and then next Saturday at 10:30, the LaPorte Slicers. Steve Graven hosting the Valparaiso Vikings. That's our ball game next Saturday night at 10:30 on Channel 56. For Coach Skip Collins, this is Joe Arredondo. Wishing you a good evening. We'll see you Thursday night on Round Ball Review.